I'm Sherry Rothwell, and I help women let go of the weight without giving up the rich, creamy, sweet comfort foods they love. My relationship with food was so screwed up as a teen that I used to make jokes that food was the devil. The reason why I felt like that was because literally it felt like food was ruining my life. I felt like I just couldn't control myself and that I would just never have the body or the look I wanted because of this evil thing called food. Why I felt like it was the devil was because I noticed that I only wanted to eat the food that was considered bad for you. I only wanted the junk food. In my head, the only thing that you could eat that was healthy if you wanted to be skinny was literally lettuce, carrots, and celery. And that's it, right? So in my mind, it was like I could never be thin and have pleasure in my life. So it was just this constant back and forth, like binging myself till I felt sick. And that so sick that that sick feeling would make me vow that I would stop eating like that and I would lose weight. And then I would do this cycle over and over and over again. I can remember my final diet as a teenager was when I was getting ready for my graduation. I wanted to look beautiful in the photos. And the only way that I could imagine that that would be possible was starving myself. So I literally starved myself down to a weight where I could wear something tight and there were no bulges, right? That was like my goal. And I hit it, of course. This is something that people do all the time, is they have this certain thing that they're working their way towards. And then they starve themselves or they over-exercise or restrict calories simultaneously for this big event. And unfortunately, what happens is there's always a rebound, right? The body goes into starvation mode, and then when you stop doing that level of exercise and you start eating normal again and your metabolism is slowed down, then boom, you go back up. Within the next couple years, I literally lost all that like extra weight that I felt uncomfortable with. So I literally went from about 140 pounds down to 125 pounds with zero dieting. So I remember this moment where I said to one of my friends, "Oh, I'm so glad, so blessed." Like I was like, I just feel so liberated knowing that I'll never struggle with my weight again now that I know that it simply was a matter of me not eating real food and making the switch to real foods. I didn't have to think about my weight and I naturally just went to my ideal weight. That is not how the future turned out. The advice that you would give to a 20-something is not going to be the same solution for somebody in their 30s or their 40s or their 50s. So even though that worked for me in my 20s, my early 20s, after I had babies, it didn't work anymore. You probably have experienced this. So many women have babies and cannot get back to their pre-pregnancy size, even though they're literally eating the same way that they ate before. It comes down to the stress of pregnancy and becoming a mother that makes women have the hormonal imbalances that make it really difficult to lose weight. It wasn't until I suddenly gained 20 pounds in 2 months that I realized it was beyond what I was comfortable with. I went to a family gathering and I thought to myself, I'm just gonna step on my mom's scale, see how much I weigh. I was shocked when I saw the number, 176 pounds. At my height, that's considered obese. And I had never seen that number before other than being pregnant. And I actually felt the blood leave my internal organs and go to my extremities because I went into fight or flight. That is how horrified and afraid I was to see that number. And I literally went into shock around it because I didn't know when it happened, how it happened. My mind was like, I went back upstairs and I sat at the dinner table with my family, and my mind was literally reeling, trying to figure out how on God's green earth did I become obese and not even notice. And I got home that night and I checked Facebook, and my cousin had posted a picture. And when I saw that picture and now I could see, even though I'd looked in the mirror every day, I couldn't even see that I'd gained 20 pounds. And now, once the scale showed me and then I saw in this picture, I was so embarrassed for anybody to ever see me that heavy that I literally untagged myself from the photo. So I came to this point where I was in a state of total futility. I had no idea why I had not changed my diet, and yet I was obese. All I knew was that I wasn't going to go to the gym and I was not going to count calories. There were times when I thought to myself, well, maybe I should just accept this. Maybe I should just, I look around and I see women in their 40s and 50s. At the time, I was only 36. I saw them mostly overweight. There's a large percentage of women, when they start to hit that perimenopause or menopause, they just gain weight and never lose it. So I thought, well, maybe I can just be like a cute granny, right? Maybe I can just accept that. I think grannies are cute. And then there was this other side of me that was like, are you kidding me? I could go into my elder years being overweight and frumpy and dried out, right? I was literally, my hair was drying out, my skin was drying out, my complexion was not very healthy looking anymore. It was kind of pasty. And I knew that wasn't healthy. And I knew I didn't need to settle for it. But I was on that precipice. Will I settle or will I figure this out? I decided that I would figure it out. Once I discovered that insulin was the fat storing hormone, and that there's protein and fat and carbohydrates have different effects on insulin. It's not the calories that cause people to gain weight. Suddenly I knew exactly what I needed to do. So this is basically how I developed the dalish diet. What's beautiful about it is that you understand, when you understand what causes your body to put fat on, what causes your body to burn fat, and then there's no question anymore about what you should be eating. And that's one of the things that is so empowering about the dalish diet, is that it's not actually a diet in the conventional sense. It's just that in order for me to be able to get this message to you, for you to be able to see it, I have to call it a diet. But it's not a diet. It's just the natural diet of our species with the knowledge of weight loss physiology. And when you understand that, you just know exactly what to eat. And you realize that you actually lose weight as a result of getting healthy. Every single person who is struggling with their weight can actually heal themselves. And that's the point, is that you actually heal yourself first. Then the weight loss comes as a natural good side effect of getting healthy. The word diet comes from the Greek word dieta, and that means what you eat and your lifestyle. So with the dalish diet, we're actually taking back the root meaning of the word, what you eat and your lifestyle. It's not diet in the conventional sense, the way the diet industry uses the word diet, like something that you temporarily do that's painful and depriving to get yourself to your ideal weight. I ate way more treats on my journey losing weight than I ever did when I was overweight. The diet that you want to do to get to your ideal weight is one that you're going to want to continue to do to maintain your ideal weight and to maintain your health. So if you're someone who wants to embrace the journey of letting go of the weight as a catalyst to change your life, then you're the perfect person for me to work with. I love working with women who want to savor the journey, who want to make it an opportunity to come into some greater version that you see of yourself. So I want to invite you to connect with me so we can chat about where you're at on the journey and figure out what the best approach is for you to learn how to get healthy so you can lose the weight.